Welcome to Automate and Learn with Yogesh. Here we will learn about Amazon S3 bucket policies today. So let's deep dive into it. So here I have my bucket open. Like in previous sessions, we have created a bucket and uploaded some objects in it. So what we will do is we will make this bucket object public by changing the bucket policies. So let's click on my bucket. Here I have to go to properties and then you can see the properties that are enabled for it. For changing the permissions, you need to hover to permissions. So here we have block public access. So first of all, we need to enable, uncheck all the boxes. We go to edit. We need to uncheck block all public access in order to make it public. And then we have to save it. To confirm this thing, we have to type confirm over here. So I've written confirm over here in order to make the settings happen. Then I have successfully edited block public access settings for this bucket. Then we have a bucket policy. It's written in JSON, uh, which provide access to objects stored in the bucket. So bucket policies, they are like two options. We have we can go to edit over here. And first of all, we have predefined examples from here, like bucket. When we click to this bucket policy examples, it will open a new link. Then here it's the documentation part. So on this towards the right, you can see that we have different objects or different functions, like managing with user access to specific folders, managing access based on HTTP or HTTPS request. So based on it, we have different policies. We can select as per it's a like example for it. Another method we have like using AWS Policy Generator. So what the policy generator is this? When you search on Google like AWS Policy Generator, it will make to you with this link, or you can use this link. I will give this link in description. You can open AWS Policy Generator with it. So AWS Policy Generator is basically a tool which is provided by AWS to create IAM policies or for S3 bucket. So these are policy which is written in JSON. You don't need to write JSON script. The policy generator automatically writes the script for you. So uh, there are like basically 3 to 4 steps involved in this. So a policy generator has a first step, like select the policy type. Here you can select IAM policy, S3 bucket policy, S3 and SNS, whichever is required. So for our purpose, we need to select S3 bucket policy. Then we have this add statements. Let me scroll this down to right side. We have add statement. We are allowing this. So we will select allow in this, and then we need to select the principal. For principal, you can select the like different objects. So for now, my purpose, I'm selecting star. That will make everything in the bucket available. Star means basically all actions. Then if you have objects, here there are different, as seen in previous video, we have GetObject, PutObject. So for reading, we need to select GetObject. Just hold it down over here. Yeah, this one. So you need to check this GetObject. A blue box or this one is selected, so that means we have selected correctly. Then we have to select Amazon resource name ARN, which is our bucket name. The format over here is like this: ARN AWS S3, then bucket name / your key name. So in this format you have to put it over here. So in my another session, like I have my bucket name over is over here. So this is my ARN. Let me copy it. Amazon resource name. So I will paste this resource in my ARN session. So this is my, in this format it's there, ARN Amazon resource name AWS S3 Yogesh demo v1. This is my bucket name, and then we have to give a key name. Here I am selecting star. Okay, so star basically means all objects inside it. We can add conditions. We don't need any conditions for, say, for any IP restricted IPv4. If you want to add condition, you can add. In order to add statement, click add statements. So this is the statement which we added: principal star effect allow action resource. So whatever we have selected above is generated in this statement, and then generate the policy. So after generating policy, here you can see a JSON script is prepared for me. I can copy this policy, and under bucket policy I can paste it over here, and I can save the changes. So successfully edited the bucket policy. So now since my bucket policy is added, I will check my bucket whether the object is visible to me on the public link. Okay, so this is my object which I have created. When I click on this object, uh, this is what I am able to see: object URL. Previously I was getting an error like access denied. So even if I check this URL incognito, say in private window, I'm able to see that is this URL is made public. So by this modification in your security config, like bucket configuration, you can make the objects public. Let's study what we have gone through this. Like we have changed the bucket policy, like public regions. We have unchecked it. Second, we have gone through the AWS policy generator. So basically we have steps like we have opened the tool. We have then selected the S3 bucket policy. Then we have IAM policies, like if required. So for our purpose, we didn't configure the IAM policy. We only changed the S3 bucket policies. We have filled the form where we have selected effect. Principal we have selected star, but instead of it, you can select user account to public. We have selected our services S3 bucket policy. And then actions we have GetObject. And then we have at last we have selected resource, and conditions which we can select, like IP restriction. As I said, you can restrict it to a particular IP. You can enable HTTPS only, and some time based rule also you can configure in add conditions. Then later on we have add statement and generated the policy. This JSON we have added over here. So some of the best practices which you can follow is avoiding principal star unless needed, always using least privilege functionality. Then we can add condition like HTTPS for better security purpose. Then we can test policies before production. We can test this in UAT environment or some testing environment. And then common mistakes which people do are giving access like S3 star, like all the objects, or using wrong ARN format, missing slash star for object level access, and forgetting deny rules over override allow. All right. So when someone asks like what is AWS policy generator, so it is basically just a helper tool which helps you to generate the policies in JSON format for your bucket policy, right? Then real estate understanding, like it comes from IAM policies as well as resource based policies like S3. Quick summary: AWS, what it's a UI tool to create policies, saves time plus reduce efforts, and generates JSON automatically. So that's all for today. We have learned about making our object public and how to use AWS policy generator. So if you like my video, stay tuned and subscribe my channel. Thank you.